Hi, I'm Chrissy. Welcome to Pursuit of Momming. We've just been hanging out, not doing much. Right now, my son is following an art video by Art for Kids Hub. And this is kind of how things have been going between the two of them lately. He is having more and more trouble keeping his stuff out of little sister's reach. She's pulling herself up. She's not really walking yet, but she's starting to scoot her way around things. It'd be handy if I could flip back and forth on this camera, but apparently that's not a thing. So now I'm going to make lunch, and hopefully my son will stay entertained with this drawing for a little while, and hopefully Rachel won't bug him too much or eat random things off the floor. What even is this? I've never really been good at meal planning. It's something that I wish I were better at. I wish I liked cooking more, because I really want to give my kids good food and a variety of food, but this is my capacity right now. And I like to follow an account on Instagram called Kids Eat in Color, and she was saying how there are best practices, but those best practices are really only possible when we have the capacity to do them. So we just keep doing what we can do to get by, and we keep doing what we can do to take baby steps forward. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to do better. Maybe I am doing better and I'm not seeing it yet, but I'm hoping that as Rachel is like slightly less dependent on me, like with breastfeeding, for example, that takes up a lot of time and breaks up the day in a way that I have trouble focusing on other things. When I have some downtime where they're being fairly self-sufficient, I just kind of veg out, probably more than I should. I don't know, I guess I'm working on it. All right, here we go with lunch. And this is where she'll hopefully stay. Hi. Let's see. Here are their drinks. Bread. I have to hide the cheese until I'm ready to use it, or she'll yell at me. Because that's all she wants. But I know she's happy to eat other things. Banana, like this is literally me just like not even knowing what I'm feeding them right now and seeing what's inside the fridge. That'll probably do for now. Someone's getting a little bit impatient, so I have her meal and his meal. She has peanut butter toast cut into little strips, or little soldiers as my husband calls them, I think. I think it's an Australian thing to call them that, maybe. So she does well. She's 11 months old, so she does well with pieces like this. I don't know why she's so impatient right now. It's not even 1. We normally have lunch at 1. Okay, so Rachel. So she does well with these pieces of toast. They're easy for her to chew. The bread doesn't get mashed up in the roof of her mouth because it's toasted, so less mashable than regular bread. Same thing with the banana. She has little pieces like that. The cantaloupe, I probably wouldn't give it to her at the beginning of her starting solids, but she's doing a little bit better mashing food now with the back of her gums. She might gag on that a little bit, but she always spits things out, and I just keep an eye on her to make sure that she does. I've never had a choking incident with her or her brother. We did the same thing with him. So their meals are pretty similar. He has a chicken and cheese sandwich. She has a rolled up slice of chicken. I'll probably give her some cheese as well. She just eats the strawberries like this. She takes little bites out of them. And there's no reason for his sandwich to be cut into 6 pieces aside from the fact that that's what he likes. I try to give her a little bit of everything at a time. I won't put the whole thing on her plate, or she just goes through it too quickly, which I guess there's nothing wrong with that, but I need to buy more time for her brother. He takes a long time. That's probably enough for now. She's working on the chicken right now. So it's not the most impressive meal, but it's easy to have the stuff on hand and it's easy to make. And we've got protein in the chicken and in the peanut butter, and fat in the peanut butter, and fruits and green. I just try to switch up the type of sandwich and the type of fruit. Sometimes we have yogurt or eggs, or sometimes we'll have leftovers from dinner. That's usually what I have for lunch because I need something with a lot of, I don't know, I guess a lot of calories or protein. I don't know. I just know that like a sandwich and some fruit isn't enough for me, probably because of breastfeeding. So when we don't have anything ready in the fridge, I like to get things like this. We have some of these in the freezer, which, yeah, like packaged stuff is not the cheapest thing, but I don't know. I haven't figured out what else works for me aside from like making sure that I have leftovers from dinner in the fridge. I used to love having eggs, but I seem to have developed a slight intolerance to them. So there goes that. I guess I'm kind of embarrassed that like I'm home all day and I can't figure out how to do a better job with meal planning for the kids and for myself and for my husband. But like I said, part of the struggle is just figuring out how to function around the breastfeeding schedule, figuring out how to serve things that are suitable for an infant and a picky 4-year-old, and myself and my husband, who I guess are also sort of picky in a way. Like, I generally don't eat meat, and my husband is on the keto diet. So it just makes it really difficult for me to figure out how to meal plan for everybody. And I'm probably just making a bunch of excuses, but this is just what it is.
I'm doing.
I'm making a video. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
What's your name?
Jonah.
How old are you?
4.
What's on your shirt?
Spider-Man.
Who's your baby sister?
Rachel.
Rachel. Is this boring? Am I boring? I know I tend to talk kind of monotonously, but like I'm just trying to be real, and like is there room on the internet for this kind of content? Like I'm not trying to show off anything impressive here. I'm just showing like how I live my life and the things that I deal with, and things that have worked for me on my pursuit of momming, new things that I'm trying that maybe aren't working. Yeah. And I guess my goal is that I hope some people find this relatable and like feel better about how you're doing things. And I just want you to feel like you're doing a good job with parenting, and maybe learning a few things along the way from each other as we share things that have worked well for us, things that haven't worked so well for us, things that work in different situations. Of course, it's not the same for everybody. Everybody's different, and different things work differently for different people, different strokes for different folks. But it's still helpful. All right. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.